thanks for joining me. Today we have got a 15-minute express core workout. You are going to need a mat, a band, if you've got a resistance band to hand, that is brilliant for one of our exercises, and one dumbbell. It can be any weight, but a 3 kilogram dumbbell was absolutely fine for one of our other exercises, and the rest of it is body weight only. And this is all based on the mat. So we're going to get going, we're going to go straight into it. I'm going to do 2 rounds of 6 exercises, which you can feel free to increase and make into 3 or 4 rounds to finish a session or to use as a core strength session. Okay, I'm going to set the clock, we're going to get going with our exercises. We're doing 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. So in that rest period, I want you to take the time and just recover before we start the next exercise. But we're going to give each one everything we've got for 45 seconds. Okay, I'm going to press the clock, we're going to start 45 seconds coming up, and we are starting with a plank on our hands, and we are going to touch our heads each side. We're then going to touch our shoulders, and then we're going to come back to the toe. It doesn't matter if you can't reach to the toe, just reach where you can come to. Let's go. So touching the head, keeping those hips nice and still. Touching the shoulders, then coming back to your toes. Okay, bringing it back down, hips in line with your body, touching that head each side. Touching those shoulders, keeping those hips still. Back to your toes or where you can reach to, that's fine. Okay, head, keeping those hips still. Shoulders, toes. Brilliant, and the next one, back to the toes. And we're going to rest there. We've got a 15-second rest, then we're going to go into an elbow plank. So for this one, come onto your belly, toes into the ground, getting ready in this position, elbows on the mat. We're going to come up into our plank hold. So coming up now with me, we're going to come up for 45 seconds into the plank hold. If you want or if you need to have a little rest in between, you can drop your knees down to the mat, take a little rest and try and come back up into that plank. Slowly building your hold over time. Okay, so keep holding, keep breathing, making sure that bottom isn't too high or too low, keeping it in line with your core. A nice strong plank hold. Keep it holding, let it shake. Keep breathing, we've got 7 seconds left. Excellent stuff. Keep holding. Last 3, 2, 1. Good. Resting there, knees down to the mat, swiveling round. 15 seconds rest on your back. And then we're going to come into our next exercise, which is heel taps. So feet down on the ground, we are going to reach round to one side, coming back to the centre, round to the other side. Let's go, 45 seconds. Working those obliques, working the side of that core. Recentering as you come round. Lifting those shoulders off the mat. Squeezing round. Working that core, you should feel it engage. Crunching round. Excellent. Tapping those heels. Reset. When you come back to the centre. And then to the other side, crunching those abs. Last 7 seconds. Brilliant stuff. Squeezing round, getting those shoulders off the mat and resting there. Well done. Sit up, give yourself a little stretch through your core, and then we are going to come onto the mat into strong climbers. They're nice, slow, controlled mountain climbers. We're going to bring that knee across. Let's go. From a plank position, feet out at the back, squeezing that knee across to opposite elbow, working that core. You should really feel it. Engaging, keeping your body weight in your arms, squeezing that knee across to your opposite elbow. Doesn't matter if it doesn't touch, just get it to where it reaches. Coming across. Keep breathing. Brilliant work. Squeezing it across. Opposite knee to opposite elbow. 7 seconds left. Good stuff. 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Getting your band, putting it round your knees, and we're going to come down onto our backs, and we're going to come up into a glute bridge. Let's go. So we're squeezing up, thinking about engaging our pelvic floor, squeezing the glutes nice and tight, squeezing up, strong with the glutes, as tight as you can, engaging everything, squeezing up, tight, 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 relax on the way down, getting those glutes activated. Brilliant one for strengthening the pelvic floor, the core, and the glutes. Squeezing up, tighten every single muscle. As you come up, we've got 15 seconds left. Squeezing it up. You got this. Brilliant, last one. And resting there. Ripping the band off. We're going to take our dumbbell for our Russian twist. Yes, you guessed it. Dumbbell, wrapping your hands around its belly. Bringing your feet one off the ground. Twisting. 5 twists. And then you can change feet. So lifting up the other side, just giving your core some support. If that feels easy, you can take both feet off the ground, but keeping nice control. Don't want to see those legs swinging. Twisting your torso to each side to where you're going. So look all the way around, keeping that dumbbell off the floor if you can. Keep breathing. 15 seconds left. Good old core finisher. Last 10. You've got this. Keep it twisting. Working that core. 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Brilliant. Keep that dumbbell down. We've got 10 seconds and then we're going to go straight into our second round. So plank, touching the head, shoulders, back to the toes. Are you ready? Second round, let's go. Head, keeping those hips still, shoulders, coming back to the toes, nice strong plank. Touching the head, keeping those shoulders, hips, nice and still. Coming back to each toe. Let's go again. This is engaging the core. When you take the hands off the floor, your core is having to do the work. Brilliant stuff. Head, shoulder, shoulder, toe, toe. Good stuff. Let's go for head, head, shoulders, and resting there. 15 seconds. Then we're going to go into our elbow plank hold. So coming down onto the mat, making the most of the last few seconds rest. Toes into the ground, lifting up your hips into a nice strong plank position, okay? So you're on your nice strong plank, you're going to hold, keeping that bum in line with your core. We don't want to see bottoms up here, and we don't want to see hips drop down. Keeping that plank nice and strong, so you've got that control in that core, and it is working, supporting your body. You're doing well. Keep holding, keep breathing, keep it strong. You're nearly through, you've got about 12 seconds. You can do this. If you need to have a rest, have a rest. Don't stop there. Others have got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Coming onto your back. We are coming into heel taps. So lying back. And we're going to reach round to each side. Lifting our shoulders off the mat. Let's go. Reaching round. Reposition. Squeezing round to the side. You should really feel this in the sides of that core. Brilliant stuff. Squeezing it around. You're doing a great job. Keep breathing. Reposition to the center. Lifting the shoulders up off the mat. We've got 10 seconds. Squeezing it around. Last 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Reaching up, stretching that core, coming into our plank position for our strong climbers. Let's do this. Coming into your plank, let's go with the legs, opposite knee, across to elbow. Doesn't matter, just bring it to where it comes to. Squeezing it across, keeping it nice and slow. Yes, I can feel my core, it's on fire. Brilliant, squeezing across. Really working that core, keep your body weight in your arms. Keep breathing. 15 seconds left. You've got this. Working that core. Squeezing across. Last ones. And resting there. Woo! I can feel my core. Right. Get that band onto those knees. Coming for the glute bridge. Are you ready? Lying down on the mat. Let's go. So we're engaging that pelvic floor. We're squeezing up with the glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice and tight. Get them as high as you can. Coming down. Squeezing them back up. Engage that pelvic floor, glutes. All the way up. Tighten them. All the way to the top. You're over halfway through. One more exercise after this. Then you've completed your 2 rounds. Squeezing it up all the way. Get those glutes nice and tight. This is a short, sharp session. So really giving it everything you've got. And resting there. Taking the band off. Grabbing your dumbbell for our Russian twists. Getting ready to bring that body to each side of your core. So it's going to look like this. You're coming to each side. Let's go. If you're swapping legs, give yourself a few turns. 5, then swap the heel. Keep breathing. Keep looking where you're going. Keeping that dumbbell off the floor. Changing legs. If you want to challenge yourself, bringing both legs off the floor. Leaning back into it. Keeping those legs nice and still. Coming round to each side. Good work. 15 seconds left. Brilliant stuff. Squeezing round. Last couple of repetitions. And resting there. Excellent. If you want to do a 3rd round or even a 4th round, you can rewind to the beginning now and do those again. And if you're happy to finish there, stay with me. We're going to have a little core stretch and before we sign out, okay? But use this session as a core finisher or as a core session on its own. It's a brilliant little short express workout that makes all the difference if you do it regularly. Okay, coming up with our hands for the stretch. Coming across to one side. Really feeling that stretch. Oh, lovely. Down the side of the obliques. Down the side here. Just holding that there for a minute. It's a great little core burner, that. Coming back up to the top and then reaching over to the other side. Feeling it down the other side of that core. Lovely stuff. Just holding that there. Great, and then giving the shoulders a roll, rolling them backwards, and we're just going to interlink the fingers, stretching out the chest. So just lifting those hands up behind. Excellent. And then we're going to slowly come to standing. We're going to hinge at the hips and just allow your body to hang, stretching out the back of the hamstrings and those glutes. Just let your hands come to where they come to. You do not need to bring them all the way to the ground. Just hang where you can hang, where your mobility allows you. Bring your chin to chest, taking a deep breath in and slowly exhaling. Okay, coming up slowly to standing, reaching nice and tall. Thank you for joining me, everybody, and look forward to seeing you at our next session.